Hello, my name is Benjamin, and welcome to Election Night 2020 with Donald Trump, the incumbent president, and his vice president, Mike Pence, versus John Bel Edwards and Debbie Stabenow, the Democratic ticket. Bel Edwards is the current governor of Louisiana, and Debbie Stabenow is the senator from Michigan, the popular senator from Michigan. Here is the CNN projection of what they think the map will look like. Relatively competitive, or uncompetitive is what they think. They think this could be a landslide, approaching landslide margins. This is the Fox News projection, which is competitive, and that's a general feeling most people are getting from this race, is that it's a competitive election. And this is the NBC projection, which is definitely the least competitive. And we have a few early results. Polls haven't closed in these states just yet. They close at 7 o'clock, but they are starting to report results. And in Indiana, it's too close to call, with Trump leading. Kentucky, Trump will win by a decent margin. And in Vermont, Bel Edwards will win with a decent margin. And this is kind of what the map looks like. Indiana, normally it's a closing call for the Republicans. This could indicate disaster for Trump. And we do have some poll closings now. It's 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. In Virginia, it's too early to call, Trump leads. Georgia, too early to call, Trump leads. And in South Carolina, too early to call, Trump leads. This isn't too surprising, to be quite honest with anyone. South Carolina is a bit worrisome, but South Carolina wasn't a closing call in 2016 and yet Trump won handedly, so maybe it's not as bad as it looks. 7:30 p.m. poll closings. Thankfully, we are now at this time, and the election is coming real close. Ohio, too close to call. Bel Edwards currently leads. West Virginia, Trump will handedly win the state. And in North Carolina, Bel Edwards currently leads. It's very narrow margins in a lot of these states. And also, apparently, we're ready to call South Carolina. I was fast, actually. And Indiana as well. And at 8 p.m., here on the East Coast, actually, right as we said, we're calling Indiana, South Carolina for Trump, and we're also calling Tennessee, Oklahoma, Alabama, and Maine's 2nd congressional district, which is surprising because a lot of people thought maybe he wouldn't repeat with a conservative Democrat running on the ticket, but he has. States that are going for Bel Edwards, the usual suspects for the Democrat. Maine at large, Maine's 1st congressional district, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Illinois, District of Columbia. And states that are too close to call, Pennsylvania, Bel Edwards leads. Florida, Bel Edwards leads. Mississippi, Trump leads. And that should be worrying for Trump, is that he's only just leading Mississippi. Missouri, Trump leads. Again, should be a little concerning. And New Hampshire, Bel Edwards leads. And this is what the map looks like here at 8 p.m. And Trump really is hanging on by a thread in the Deep South. And I think that's what a lot of people were thinking, was that if either a conservative Democrat or a Southern Democrat were to run, Trump would be in trouble because maybe he wouldn't be able to hold on to the Midwest. And the Deep South would be in trouble, and he would probably lose his opponent's home state, which hasn't had its polls closed just yet. And at the 8:30 p.m., we have one poll closing and a few projections, it looks like. Arkansas, too close to call, and Bel Edwards leads in the state. Projections, Trump will win Missouri. Trump actually leads now in Ohio and Florida, and Bel Edwards leads in Virginia. And, well, that should be bad news for any Republican, is if they aren't leading in North Carolina and, they're barely hanging on by a thread in the South. And we're at 9 p.m. now, and Trump wins North Dakota, South Dakota, 4 out of 5 votes in Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and we're actually going to call Mississippi for Trump here at 9 p.m. Bell Edwards is going to win New Mexico and New York, Trump's home state. States that are too close to call. Donald Trump leads in Texas. He also leads in Arizona, Wisconsin, Arkansas. And Bell Edwards leads in Colorado, Minnesota, Michigan, Louisiana, and Florida. And Trump also leads in Nebraska's 2nd congressional district. And this is what the map looks like. And we can see Bell Edwards certainly has a path. Trump really needs to win at least one of these outstanding large states. He needs to pick up Pennsylvania, Florida, and then win the rest of the states he is expected to win. And then maybe that'll be enough for him to win. And, of course, hold on to the states where he currently leads. And it's 10 p.m. on the East Coast. I'm sorry that we just got done with 9 p.m. poll closings. It's 10 p.m. and Trump will win Montana, Utah, Arkansas, and Texas. We are ready to call 2 states that were outstanding. Bell Edwards will win Pennsylvania and Virginia. And too close to call is Iowa, where Trump leads, and Nevada, where Bell Edwards leads. And we're starting to see that Trump has a very narrow path to victory remaining. He needs to win all the states where he currently leads, and he needs to either pick up Michigan, which is unlikely, North Carolina, which, as the night goes on, it's really way too close to call. Florida, he needs to win Florida, and he needs to win probably Louisiana as well, or maybe pick up a Southwest state. And it's 11 p.m. here on the East Coast, and Trump will win Idaho, Ohio, a major swing state projection. No Republican has won the presidency without Ohio, and Nebraska's 2nd congressional district. Bell Edwards will win Washington, Oregon, California, and we're actually projecting North Carolina and Hawaii. And this is what the map looks like here on. And Trump's path is almost gone. He has to win every state where he currently leads. He has to pick off Louisiana, Michigan, Minnesota. Those are the only states I can realistically see him picking off. And he's going to probably need to do more. Maybe Colorado and Nevada. He's going to have to win majorly in the states that still haven't been called. And it's 12 o'clock, and we have a few updates. Trump will win Georgia, Florida, and Iowa. And Bell Edwards is going to win Louisiana, Minnesota, Michigan, Colorado, and Nevada. And that actually puts, my quick off-the-head math was correct. John Bell Edwards will win the presidency of the United States of America with 291 electoral votes. And we have 24 electoral votes outstanding. And this is what the map currently looks like. And as we said, Trump's path was narrowing as the evening went on. Bell Edwards performed very strongly in the South, it looks like, with a lot of southern states like Arkansas and Mississippi and Georgia being within 5 points, Georgia actually being within 2. Florida was weird. It's always a swing state, and Trump is looking to win it by about half a point. Mississippi and Arkansas were about 4.5 points. Missouri was at 5. A lot of these states were extremely competitive. Texas was at 6-point margin. Tennessee, it's actually looking like that's going to be within 10. Again, I think that's because of the strength of Bell Edwards in the South. In Wisconsin, it looks like it is evolving into a red state. Same thing with Iowa. And we have 1 a.m. poll closings and 2 projections as well. Trump will win Alaska and Wisconsin and Arizona. Doesn't really matter. The presidency has already been decided, and apparently we're getting word that Trump has actually started recounts in 2 states with a combined with a combined 23 electoral votes, which would flip the presidency if he were to if both recounts overturned the results. And this is Louisiana, and North Carolina, both of which were within 0.1%. 8,000 vote difference in Louisiana and 14,000 vote difference in North Carolina. We don't expect those results to be overturned. I think the largest election overturned by a recount was like 2,000 votes. Was it 2,000 vote margin? At least at a reasonably large scale. And that was in Europe, where this type of thing happens all the time. And this is what the map currently looks like, pending, of course, the recounts. However, we were getting close to actually retracting our projection on North Carolina and Louisiana, but we decided to maintain it because we didn't see enough votes in Trump areas to overturn those results. And it's November 20th, and recounts have been halted, and Trump has conceded to Bell Edwards, who is now who will be elected as the 46th president of the United States of America. And this is actually a county map. If you can see, Bell Edwards greatly improved in Deep South in states like South Carolina, North Carolina. We've had a little bit of improvement in Virginia, a tremendous amount of improvement in Georgia. Alabama featured a lot of improvements. Of course, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, there was a healthy amount of improvement. He improved a decent amount in the Midwest and in both Dakotas, Iowa. Improved a little bit in Nebraska and Kansas. Missouri, there was marginal improvement, not enough to do anything significant. Improvement in Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, of course, the New England area. Improved in Colorado, Nevada a good bit, and yeah. And anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to have a few updates here. Next Friday, I'm going to be doing a Trump versus Warren election night. Monday, I'm going to cover the GOP primary. And a few things I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to add serious third-party candidates in a few election nights if I feel the candidate makes sense in the matchup. For example, if a very unserious Democrat like Kanye West were to run, Bernie Sanders maybe would get a write-in campaign in his home state, or something else would happen. Maybe there would be a serious Democrat-leading third-party candidate, stuff like that. I'm going to start doing electoral vote allocation projections for 2020 and maybe 2030, because 2020, we kind of know what it's going to look like. We're not perfect on it, but we kind of have a general idea. And as a disclaimer, this is not my preference for who would win a matchup between Trump and John Bell Edwards, nor do I think that this would be the final result. I've already done a John Bell Edwards versus Donald Trump projection on this channel. I just feel that this falls within the range of what could happen. And this is, as stated on screen, just one of a possible number of results in a wide range, ranging from Trump winning handedly to Bell Edwards winning fairly handedly. It just depends on a lot of factors. But I do think John Bell Edwards is one of a few Democrats who could seriously challenge Trump in 2020. I think most standard Democrats would lose. A conservative Democrat or a Southern Democrat like John Bell Edwards or Joe Manchin could give Trump a very strong run for his money because, I've reevaluated. Yeah, Bell Edwards is a good, strong regional candidate. Anyway, I'm not going to get too much into that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.